All right, so hi there everyone. My name's Frederick Scherger. For purposes of this blog, this is going to be an introduction of why I'm doing a vlog. Want to just share a little bit about what my thoughts are in the keto and the kettlebell community. Yes, I am a doctor of chiropractic. That is going to be secondary, and for the record, this blog or this vlog and all videos do not constitute medical advice. If you see me doing something here and say, hey, I want to try that, you're trying it at your own risk. There are many, many people who are trainers, and I'm going to get into that. So let's start with a little background why I'm doing this. First and foremost, I love the keto community. I love doing the ketogenic diet, and I love kettlebells. And I don't find that there is a good intersection of those two things right there. So my journey, I've been doing kettlebell workouts since, 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. Primarily doing simple and sinister, following Pavel Tsatsouline, and varying results. And I've got some good stuff that I've done. Well, I don't get into it here, but I've done some kettlebell muscle bulking routines, which is what I'm going into right now. There will be links below. But the big thing here is I'm finding that there needs to be some sort of interaction between the two communities, because there doesn't seem to be, if you did a Venn diagram, they're not touching. So that's what I want to try to solve with this here. So this is going to be more about a journey. This is going to be more about a diary than it's going to be about direction. I've been working with Robert Sykes at Keto Savage. We've been doing a keto cut just to try to get me lean, because that's been one of my biggest problems throughout my entire now 45 years of life. Yesterday was my birthday. Wanted to get this video out yesterday, but there were some hiccups. But I have been doing really good as far as staying ketogenic through this and through everything that I've been doing, especially these past 2 years on the ketogenic diet. So Robert and I were talking about this, and he says, yeah, there's definitely a lack of this interaction between keto and kettlebell. So that's really the reason that I'm looking at that. There is no lack of keto content on YouTube. So, that's the good news. The problem is, again, there's not a lack of kettlebell contact. It's just a lot of lack of the two together. So what I want to accomplish, as I'm going through my notes so that I keep on track, really I want to track my progress. I've been doing kettlebell routines. I've done kettlebell muscle bulking routines in the past, just didn't track them as well as I would like. So I'm going to use this as sort of that point to showcase what you can do in your 40s. There is no excuse about when you can start being strong and taking care of yourself. I started my health journey back in my 20s after college, which eventually led me to chiropractic school. But a lot of that was nutritional, starting with things like the blood type diet, and along the way I've gone back and forth. I am convinced that the biggest mistake I made was trying to do a low-fat diet, high protein, moderate carbs. Who knows what I was doing for carbs back in the day? I wasn't tracking. And that's why I have a lack of hair. So if you're asking, that's why. I've had the hair coming back in with the last bulking routine I did. We'll see how that works. But I want to share my passion for keto and kettlebells. That's what this blog is going to be about. It doesn't fit into my chiropractic practice at Upper Cervical Springfield. If you're interested in that, go over to uppercervicalspringfield.com, find out more. Great, we'll talk there. But it's not keto and kettlebell. That's not my primary focus there. So the other thing I want to do is I want to encourage others. Ran into another vlogger, Instagram guy, Cody in Progress. The guy is doing amazing things, trying to get his health back. And I think I commend him for that. Cody, you keep on killing it. One of these days, you and I are going to get together, and we're just going to, we'll do that 100 snatch challenge and see who gets smoked first. I think it's going to be a tie. But in any case, what I'm not going to do with this, at least at this time, this is going to be more just a test. So I'm not going to create a website or a blog. I have enough stuff to do on that. I'm not going to create recipes. Go to Keto Connect. Go to rule.me. You're going to find plenty of recipes out there. Headbanger's Kitchen. I think that's what it is. It's mostly keto. And horns up. I'm not going to train people. I am a big fan of things like Strong First and On It, Marcus Martinez. I'm doing StrongAsHeck.com's program right now. Go get it. It is totally worth the $47 he's charging for his Kettlebell Manifesto, and that's actually what we're gonna track the first 8 weeks of that. Certainly, Keto Savage and Jason Whitrock and Logan Sneed and all these other guys, if you want to figure out how to dial in your keto macros, follow me to get inspiration, to follow along. Those guys are going to help train you a little bit better. The other thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do this with a high production value, at least not right now. I'm going to do this on an iPhone and my MacBook Pro for the videos. I am going to use good audio. I have a problem when people don't use something, so we'll use my Audio-Technica mic unless the battery is dead, at which point in time you get the iPhone mic. And we're going to get the lighting that I've got available. I'm not going to go all out of my way to make it better unless I get a bunch of people who are following me and say, hey, let's figure out how we can do this. So I have a full-time job transforming lives by putting their heads on straight. That's my bottom line and passion and profession. Again, if you want to know more, ask, but that's a separate place. And if I get enough people and followers and vendors who are willing to sponsor or share their products, I'll up the production value. Don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to it. We're testing the waters again. This is going to start as a diary to see what happens. I'm only going to post a couple times a week, so don't bother mashing that bell button. I hate notifications personally. Go to your subscriptions, scroll down. If you see what you like, great. If you don't, unsubscribe. I'm not here for people to watch. I'm here for myself to track. And if you like what you watch, great. So what will I be doing? I'll be sharing my macros, my progress, and my ketones and my blood sugars. For instance, August 6th, blood sugars were 4.1 and my ketones were 3.6. And that was over 10 grams over my protein macros, but I nailed my fat macros and my carbs were low. They're low again today. So I'm going to continue my cut with Keto Savage and Robert Sykes through September. So all of August, all of September, we've done July. And I'll share some numbers from the InBody where I was hitting just recently. I'm going to be working on the Kettlebell Manifesto program. And what that is I want to say it's Hector Gutierrez out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And just go to StrongAsHeck.com. Download his free book. And there's a reason I'm telling you to do that, because you're going to thank me afterwards. I'll put the link in below. But he has three parts to this program. The Genesis program, which is what we're starting out with tonight, the 701A and 701B. My plan is to continue with the cut through the 701 or through the Genesis, at which point in time, Genesis is a light program. I finished Kettlebell Muscle, which is a Jeff Newport program, also of Strong First and other. I think that program came out of the. It was Dragon Door that promoted it, but it's out of print now, so it's hard to find. I really feel strongly that Hector's program here with the Kettlebell Manifesto is a good replacement for that. So if you can't find Kettlebell Muscle, go to the other. Why am I doing this? Because Kettlebell Muscle helped me put on 8 pounds of muscle mass. It's a 12-week program, but in 8 weeks, from one DEXA scan to the next, I put on 8 pounds of lean mass. My macros were off, and that's what I want to do differently this time around. So the goal is to get down to hopefully drop another 5% body fat in the next couple of weeks, get in that 10 to 12% range, by the end of September at the very least, and then start bulking up. I know Robert's working on a bulking routine right now, and that's going to be his next video series, so I'm looking forward to that. And then take a week off, and it'll be another 8-week program. So 701A is an 8-week program, 701B is an 8-week program. You won't see the details. Honestly, buy his book. It's worth it because there's a lot of variation, and that's what I love about this program. So things that I will be sharing as far as recipes, I will be sharing some of my personal favorite recipes. If you see this in a video, you know I'm drinking my keto coffee. Usually it's just butter. Today I had some maca, high in carbs. But I'll share with you, if you've not followed me on Instagram at SugarDC, I have posted my bacon, spinach, and artichoke or avocado salad in the past. I'll showcase some of that, some of the really simple recipes that I've been using to make keto not only sustainable but also affordable by staying on affordable for eating organic. It is possible. If you're coming up, if your budget doesn't allow for that, you'd be surprised, but you do not need as much protein as you think. So again, you'll probably see me at the lunch coffee time because at the breakfast coffee, I may just not be awake. My favorite beef liver recipe. I haven't made beef liver in a while. I might make some up here in the next week and show you that because I believe it's so tasty that Alton Brown would like it. Yes, I want Alton Brown to try my beef liver recipe. My strategies for hitting macros on the nose, it's easier than you think. You can nail it as long as you don't have a T-bone that you did not factor the bone to be smaller simply than what you thought it was going to be. That's why my protein macros went over last night. But it's really easy to hit your macros on the nose every time. I'll share some of the apps that I like using. Some of the keto pitfalls and how I've navigated them. Again, this is not going to be for everyone, but this is going to be my strategies for getting out of this. I never had keto flu, when I started ketogenic nutritional ketosis 2 years ago, because I was eating bacon with all the drippings on top of my salad with a whole avocado. I was throwing tomatoes in there, which is probably a little bit high for the glycemic side of things. But I never had keto flu because I actually probably had too much fat and too much protein so that I would never experience that low carb. But I did come from slow carb. Thank you, Tim Ferriss. Any case, the last thing that I want to that we will be doing, hopefully we're going to have some conversations throughout the blogosphere on deep ketosis, kettlebell workouts, and how to incorporate all aspects of kettlebells into your workout. I personally believe that you can do everything you want to develop a strong, and I mean strong, total body fitness just by using kettlebells. The more I've used them, the more happy I am with it. My background was, as far as working out in high school, was called lifting my very heavy amplifier because I played bass, and there's no such thing as a light bass amp. Anyways, so that was the extent of my working out until I got out of college and was about a year into working full time. Total gym, great stuff. Martial arts. School of Chinese Martial Arts in Detroit was where I was really learned a lot of wonderful things, including how to be strong and how to move. But when you don't have a school or a dojo as dedicated and the people around you as such, it's hard to keep that going. I have found I like kettlebells because they're heavy, and lifting heavy things is a good thing. Thank you, Bob Munns, for sharing that, as well as Cameron. But I'm going to argue with Cameron, you don't have to do deadlifts. You can do it all with kettlebells. And I'm hoping to showcase that here as I put on some muscle mass over the next couple of months. And again, we're going to show my weekly progress through Hector's Kettlebell Manifesto. So that's going to be the big push. Like and subscribe if this sounds interesting. Share with your friends. I will commit to doing this for at least the next 2 months. So we're probably talking about 8 weeks, 8 posts at the minimum. I'll probably do a couple if I just do them live. I might do some more live than I'll do, an actual post. But after that, if we don't see significant growth, if I'm not seeing, a couple hundred people subscribed, I don't know. We'll see what significant means and how much interaction we have. If we got a nice small community going and you want more of this, let me know, and we'll push it from there. But if it doesn't, I'll shelve it and we'll put it back door or back burner, maybe showing some stuff that I've been doing. So if you like it, great. If you don't, c'est la vie. But that's going to be the gist of what this YouTube channel is going to be about. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll go from there. Thank you much, everyone.